Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's edition of The Morning Mindset Motivation. Today I have a name for you that I'm sure you've heard, Willie Nelson. The reason I bring him up, because I think we all can learn from what it appears to be his approach to life. And the best way I could describe it is almost, if we think in terms of life being like a river, a lot of times we have to just, or should at least, just go with the flow, go with the current, and just trust that everything's going to be okay, even though we may not necessarily see exactly where it is we're going. And here's what I'm talking about. Willie moved to Nashville in 1960. He was 27 years old and had a little bit of success, in the music business, but not enough to support his family. He wasn't received very well and didn't have a lot of immediate success, and took whatever job he could find just to kind of have some money coming in. I think at one time he worked as an encyclopedia salesman, if you could picture that. Now, he looked a lot different back in the early 60s than he does today, but at some point he began to kind of doubt what he was doing. I mean, he talks in terms of, he knew that he had a style, but it was a style that not everybody kind of got, He knew that he wasn't the best guitar player, he wasn't the best singer, but he just felt that there was just something about the way he was able to write songs that might be his path to some success. Well, again, it wasn't immediate, but at some point, he did begin to get some momentum. And I mean, hits like, Crazy by Patsy Cline, Hello Walls, he started to have some success. Well, after he was, inducted in the Grand Ole Opry and had a couple of albums on his own, but, limited success, he decides that he's just going to retire completely. So in 1972, he leaves Nashville and moves to Austin, thinking, I'm sure, because he called it retirement, thinking that he was pretty much done with it. But when he got down there, again, that current, that idea of just seeing where the road goes, he began hanging out in the clubs, playing around a little bit, and in the next decade had worldwide success with some of the stuff that he came out with the outlaw country with Waylon Jennings and the others. So again, is that there's just something about that approach, because I think sometimes we can be guilty of following into a very kind of strict idea of the next step, what comes next, as opposed to being a little bit more kind of flexible and just allowing things to happen in the proper time. Anyway, that's all I have for you today, and I hope you all have a great day.